So, guys, while the Canadian immigration programs are getting tough by the day, including the authorities that are issuing tougher decisions, in the parallel, the Canadian immigration authorities are creating creative as well. So is the news today, where a new creative and strategic program for permanent residents has been just announced today. And under this brand new pilot program, the applicants will be landing in Canada as students and will be given a permanent residence. The surety is given to them on day one. And this particular program has this attachment of a temporary residence along with the permanent residence and quite unique features as well. In this video today, we will be talking in detail as to what exactly is this program, who is eligible for it, and how to get into Canada under this particular program. Guys, if you are thinking of moving to Canada, then you should be watching this video up until the end. My name is Sahil and I'll see you on the other side. So guys, welcome back once again. My name is Sahil and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and I practice here in Ontario. My office is here. If you have to get in touch with me, my number is on the screen and the details are there in the description box. More than happy to speak with you. Before we proceed any further, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon because we talk a lot about Canadian immigration. And if you are an aspirant to moving to Canada, then this is a channel that you must be subscribed to all the time. So guys, today we are talking about the brand new Francophone minority communities student pilot program, which has been launched today in the month of August 2024. And the beauty of this program is that anybody who is coming under this particular program is given a permanent residence. So basically there is a permanent residence attached to it. Couple of unique features which we will be talking about this program onwards in this video, but let's just talk about the driving force behind this program. So guys, the Canadian immigration authorities have been really working hard on increasing the Francophone population outside of Quebec in Canada. It is also one of the federal mandates of Canada nowadays, and the Canadian immigration authorities are sort of using this as a strategic method, because if you look at the other programs that have been delivered in terms of education, in terms of language of English, in terms of experience, everything has been sort of become sort of maxed out or has become more competitive. At present, French speaking language is sort of one skill that not a lot of people have, and in addition to the other skills that people have, Canada is trying to blend in this particular skill so that they can create a competitive edge or basically take out better suited people. This also is in line with the federal mandates of increasing the French population outside Quebec, like I said, because French is the second official language of Canada and not a lot of people speak that language in the country. Hence they're working hard on increasing that. Well, coming back to the program, recently, in the starting of this year, the Canadian immigration authorities had identified certain French, Francophone minority communities, which had joined hands with the government to basically, these were the communities which had the largest number of French-speaking people, outside the major cities, and they were ready to join hands for certain initiatives and trying to work with the government and the immigration authorities. Now, this particular program that has been launched today is basically a study pathway where the applicants will not be required to prove that they will be leaving Canada at the end of their authorized period of stay. That's the best part. They are also given a relief of the minimum income, the low income cutoff that has been designed by Canada. So they can meet 75% of that income. That is again a relief. Otherwise, typically from India, if somebody had to apply, the person had to meet 21,000 and some dollars. But under this program, now India is not a part of this list again, but we will talk about the details. 75% of the LICO list, the person can meet that income and still be eligible under this. This is, the driving force behind this program is that these particular communities, there are 24 communities. So these communities have a set of colleges in them. Students will be given offer letters to study in these colleges, and on day one, this is a pilot program where the study pathway, then working, and then permanent residence. So all the intricate details will be available on August 26, 2024. But so far, what we know is that people who are coming to study in these DLIs or in these colleges will be given a permanent residence, and the intent will be declared in the application itself. And this is a separate quota of study permits with very low refusal rate, because a lot of applications will be processed with the note in advance that the person or the applicant is applying under this particular quota. So the best part is, let me just bring up the program on the screen. It says that although the annual cap of so recently, as you know, on January 22nd, 2024, Canada had announced that only a limited number of people will be allowed to apply for study permits, and then even lesser number of people will be allowed to get a study permit. This particular quota of 2300 people under this FMCSP program will be outside of that quota. So this will not bite into that. The beauty is that they will be given 2300 letter of acceptances, people who will be applying under this pilot program, and these DLIs will have this separate quota, right? So that's the best part. Next is that like I said, each DLI will be allocated a limited number of acceptance letters that will be issued for the purpose of study permit under this particular pilot program. The maximum number of study permits will be 2300 for the first year, and obviously, people or applicants who want to be retained in those communities it'll be a direct pathway from temporary residence to permanent residence after obtaining the diploma, and they will have access to the settlement service. So all of that is there. Now there are 10 additional welcoming francophone communities under this particular program, and this brings the total to 24 communities, and these are the newer communities that have joined hands. As you can see, a couple of them in British Columbia, Manitoba, Nova Scotia, then 3 in New Brunswick, we have Saskatchewan and Ontario, 3 other, including the biggest city, London. This is quite of a shocker to me, because London happens to be one of the biggest cities outside GTA. So it is still good. So that means Fanshawe College and all the other colleges are going to be a part of this. Guys, let's just look at the the kind of eligibility requirements. The person and the most important eligibility requirement here is that it is not available to all the countries. You have to be a citizen of a specific country. Now these are the countries we have: Benin, Burundi, Cabo, Cameroon, or the biggest ones here is Congo, Republic of Congo. You have Egypt, and then you have Gabon, Guinea, and then you have Haiti, Lebanon, Madagascar, and then you have Mauritius, Morocco, Rwanda, Senegal, Seychelles, Togo, Tunisia. So it is going to be eligible, for citizens of these countries only. Another important thing is that the person has to be outside Canada. So people who are already inside Canada cannot apply for this. You should be able to prove that you speak French with the level of NCLC 5. Again, you'll have to take 2 tests. One of the 2 tests, either TEF or TCF. You should have enough money to pay for your tuition fees and also for your living expenses. The community's LICO cutoff is here on this link, and you can definitely go ahead and bring for this is the money, and you should be able to meet 75% of this. So like I said, you'll have to read these eligibility criteria in details, and you should have letter of acceptance from a participating DLI. DLI means a college, and the list will be given very shortly of these DLIs. The agreements are still underway. Requirements of the program are very simple, that the program must be a post-secondary school, so that means not grade 11, 12, 10, full-time, 2 years of more, lead to a degree or a diploma, and have French as the primary language of instruction. That means it's not an English, a score that is taught in English. It should be a course that is taught in French. So very important. So it's not going to be easy. It is going to be for people who are genuinely speaking French. Okay, like the DLI list will be updated shortly. This is the amount of money. The families can apply along with it. That means, children, spouses, everybody will be applying for this. The pathway to PR is that you should be eligible for a permanent residence along with your spouse and family. After you graduate and you meet the following criteria, that means you are a resident of Canada, which means outside Quebec, have a temporary resident status, and you have received eligible diploma. Right after this, you're eligible to apply for your PR. Guys, very simple program. Again, it is not for everybody, only for people of specific countries. But the important part is not that it is only for these countries, but the important part is that Canada is now thinking of smarter and more creative ways of bringing in people. So there are two key takeaways from this particular kind of program. One, the Canadian immigration authorities are sick and tired of the whole ongoing pathways. They are now devising more creative ways. So that's something, a credit that can be given to either Mark Miller or his team, and probably Mark Miller and his team, because the ongoing LMIAs, the temporary foreign workers, the study pathways, everything has been rumbled around, and these are the new pathways, right? Second, they're moving out of the beaten pathway of inviting people from India and China. Now, these accounted for more than 80% of the study permit applications, while these countries that are eligible for the francophone minority community pilot, this is these countries are one of the most less utilized countries, and these countries have French as an important language in them, right? So quite nice. I believe if this has been thought around, I believe in the background there should be more programs. Like I said, even express entry is under is about to go under some change. There are special programs coming for semi-skilled people, semi-skilled workers. Special programs could be devised for regional people living in the regional areas. That's why they are utilizing this. A lot of changes have been brought in or declared in the year 2024. It has been a very eventful year. I don't know whether it has to do something with the elections or not, but still seems like the Canadian immigration authorities are working seriously in the background. And this time it's more on the strategy rather than just bringing in random applicants. Guys, I hope the news today was helpful, gave you much insights into what's happening in the world of Canadian immigration. If you have anything to discuss with us, please feel free to schedule an appointment and we would be more than happy to speak with you. The details are there on the screen. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, we highly recommend that you subscribe to the channel, and we really wish you all the best, and we really hope to see you soon in Canada. All the best.